Guys, we all know Cold Steel for their big overbuilt folders and fixed blades, but they also make micro knives, which are not just a gimmick. They are a very, very functional tool. The one that really comes to mind is the Super Edge. So what I did was I've got 3 of these knives. They're micro knives. I consider they would be micro knives. And we're going to take a look at them. So let's turn this around and take a look at them from above. All right, guys, like I said in the intro, this is fun because everyone, like I said in the intro, everyone immediately thinks the large, big, overbuilt, massive folders and fixed blades that Cold Steel is famous for. And this isn't even a big one. This is still a big knife. But there are a few of what I consider micro knives that they make, which are incredibly good. This being the newest. And the reason is this made me remember how good some of these other ones are. This is a mini Tough Light. We just did a video about it the other day, but we're going to look at all 3 of these knives independently. I'm going to tell you why I think it's so cool and why these get overlooked. They really do, because they are very, very good knives. So, oh, I have to adjust there we go. Now we're where I want it. So we're going to look at these individually. I'm not going to do size comparisons because you can see they are very small. So we'll start with this one, the Super Edge, and work our way through to see the other 2 as well. Why does that color keep changing like that? What's going on with my lighting? So like I said, this is the Cold Steel Super Edge. Now, I've had several of these knives. They get used, they've been abused, they've gotten lost. But I've had a couple of these and they're not that expensive. I will put purchase links to all these down below, and I'll try to put a price here as well for each of these. But these are really, really great. You can put them on a zipper pull. And the nice thing is, even though it is small, you're looking at right at 4.5 inches, almost 4.25 inches overall length, and a blade length of just about 2 inches. This thing is a horsepower cutter, really comfortable to get a hold of, even though small handle. This thing is perfect for a lot of things. And the nice thing, like I said, is they're so small, you can use them in various applications. I put these this time of year when it's chilly, I put them on a zipper pull on a jacket. That way I have a little knife on my jacket in case I don't want to have to carry a pocket knife. I have a small knife that I could use if I needed it while I'm out and about. It's got a really good sheath. The handles on it are really, really good. They are done in there. I think they call these Kratex, but it's really grippy. It's pretty much oil resistant. If you do get solvents on it, it will come apart. And they're not hard to replace or expensive to replace if you happen to lose one. This is a very, very good knife to have if you're opening packages and things like that. This is another one of those unusual things that you come across. Now, the first one of these I ever got, I was given one of these at a not a gas station, car parts store. They were doing some promotion. They were giving out swag bags, and one of these was in there. And since then, I've always had one of these around. I think, like I said, this is probably the 3rd one I've had. But like, if you just happen to be milling about the house or in the garage and you've got a sweatshirt on and maybe a pair of sweatpants and you don't want to have to necessarily have a pocket knife, you can, like I said, just put this on the zipper pull of a hooded sweatshirt or a jacket this time of year, and it works out great. You can just throw this in your pocket. You can put it on a backpack, and it's always nice to have a little go-to ready-to-go knife. It is fully serrated. Well, I mean, almost fully serrated. There's like a fingertips worth of straight edge on this. Cold Steel always did a good job with their serrations. I do have to admit, Cold Steel and Spyderco, their serrations have always been good and functional. And it gives this a little bit of extra horsepower in cutting, because this isn't something I'm going to pull out to do any fine detail cutting with. This is something that's just there to cut a piece of line if I need it. If you're out on a walk and you happen to run into an animal that's caught up in something, it's easy to pop this loose. Popping a zip tie off of something, if somebody's got something zip tied to a fence and you want to take it down because it's just sitting there and it's making a mess. These are really handy. So there you go. The Super Edge is a great, great, great little micro fixed blade. Let's look at the next one. This next one is the Cold Steel Mini Pow. Now, like I've said before, Cold Steel is really well known for their push daggers. And they've always been done well. This is basically a shrunk down version of this. These things, as much as people scoff at me for saying it, these things are a definite self-defense item that could easily be carried, easily be deployed, and you don't need much more than that to do a lot of damage to get someone off of you. They are small. They do look like something that you wouldn't be concerned about, but I'm here to tell you this would lay a devastating cut if needed. These things are really comfortable. These mini pals, and it's got a bigger brother, a cousin, if you would, a little bit weird. It's the Urban Pal. Have always been ones that I like. I have two of these. One of these is mine. One of them is my daughter's. She has one that is set up so she can put it in her purse and reach in and grab it because it's secured inside on a split ring to something inside. So if she needed this, she absolutely could have it. Most of the time people are like, oh, those are illegal. But when you start getting into these micro knives and looking at a blade length of just at 1 inch, you're not looking at something that is going to fall into that category. Like I said, with the other one, really good serrations for good cutting. If you wanted to use this as a small use utility EDC, you absolutely could, because unlike the big one, you can get in on it and get a grip on it like this and use it like a regular knife, and you've got a very, very secure grip. These things have been around for a while, and I absolutely love them. They're done really well. Same kind of handles, Kraton handles, non-slip. This one is done in what steel? I think AUS 8 on these, if I remember right. But with cold steel, even the cheaper steels, they do a very good job on their heat treat. It's ground really well. This is one of the ones made in Japan. And like I said, even for my big hands, I can get my big sausage fingers fully up in there. There's just enough room in there for all of that. And it is a very, very small concealable package. Comes with really good retention on this SecureX sheath. It does have a bit of a rattle, but it clamps in, and there is a retention device built into it with this little button that's going to sit down in there. You can hear it click in. Wait, let me see. Do you hear it click in? There you go. You hear it click in, and then you can wear it on your neck on a beaded chain, or you could put it on a keychain and carry it as a keychain knife. They are really secure. It does take a bit of tension to pop that off. I don't think I would put it on my keychain. I'd be afraid I'd get it caught on something, but it absolutely is a viable method of carry. So there you go with the Mini Pal push dagger. And now on to the one that is the actual reason we have this video. It got its own video the other day, first day in carry. I did it about a week or so ago, and I have carried this a lot and used it a lot. I have to say that this is, of all the small like micro knives that Cold Steel has made, I think this is one of my favorites. This thing is incredibly good in use. You can see I'm gonna have to resharpen it because I actually have used it enough. I've got some issues with it. It's been touched up a couple times, but this thing screams through cardboard. It's great for opening packages. It's a great little left-hand pocket carry knife. I wish that the pocket clip was reversible, but this thing is the smallest knife, I think, on the market with a triad lock. I think it's the smallest one they make, and it is amazingly good for its size. Super comfortable. Even with big hands, you can still get a really good grip on it. And for opening packages, cutting down cardboard, things like that, where you want to get up on it and use it like a utility knife, this is the best utility knife I have had in my hands in a long time. I'm probably going to get one of these for my wife for at work, because she uses a box cutter a lot at work because she works in food service. She's constantly opening back boxes of food and things at the school district. And so this is one that I think would be very good for that. And in the long run, it's going to be cheaper because I'm not going to be buying blades for it. I can always just sharpen this up. It is done in 4116 stainless, which they use for a lot of kitchen knives. It does have a very good pocket clip. It sits in pocket really well. It's not a bad little carry. The pocket clip is perfect on this because where you wind up holding it, your finger goes right through it. So there is no hot spot on that pocket clip. It kind of just sits in between your fingers, and you've got all this jimping right here. You can get right up on it and do some really good cutting. I've been incredibly impressed with how much I use this little knife. Even little things like cutting my fingernails and things like that. It has come in so handy. The handles are just about perfect. You've got this little scalloped out area where when you reach around it, your fingers drop in there and you are secure and locked in. Like I said, I don't think I've had a micro knife or mini knife that does this much work or works as well as this tiny little mini Tuflite. Now, I do know Spyderco makes some. I've actually had a couple of Spyderco slip joint minis, like the Bug and things like that, and I've given them away. Those are really good ones too, but as far as a functional full use folding knife, I think that this one takes the cake in the micro knife category so far. And in the folders, I still think that probably the best micro knife out there is the Super Edge. If I can find purchase links where these are available, I will definitely put them in, because I absolutely cannot tell you how much I recommend all three of these knives, these two in particular. So that's it, guys. It was just a little fun. I had these and I'm like, oh, you know what? I should do a video about the flips, the other side of cold steel that a lot of people don't see. Like I said, most people see the overbuilt, the crazy big fixed blades, the overbuilt folders and things like that. And these are absolutely another quality product coming out of cold steel. So let's turn this around and do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. So like I said, guys, the knives that Cold Steel are making, these micro knives like the Super Edge and things like that, they are not novelties. They're not jokes. They're not like the crappy souvenir knife that you get for your friend and he puts it on his keychain that looks like a $110 and it really doesn't have any purpose. These are fully functional little knives, and they are incredibly good at what you can use them for so many things. They get overlooked because a lot of people do think they're novelties, especially that mini Powell as a self-defense tool. It absolutely could be used as a self-defense tool to extricate yourself from a situation. It is a very good tool for that. So I just thought it would be fun for us to do that, since I had the Cold Steel knives out and I did the Super Edge video here a couple years ago. I now have the the mini Powell, and I was gifted that mini Tuflite, which is a great, I think that is the best small folding utility knife I've ever handled. So guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you set it to all, and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device. I would like to reiterate, the likes are so important to every channel. If you watch a video for more than 30 seconds, drop a like. It doesn't matter whose channel, you're definitely helping push them up the algorithm. If you do want to support the channel financially, I have a ton of ways. I have got a lot of Amazon affiliate links down below that you can use as a portal to my affiliate store and purchase whatever it is you're looking for. From pineapples to pickup truck parts, does not matter what you purchase. I still get credit for it. Coffee Brand Coffee is 5% off if you use my coupon code CrazySharp, or if you use just the affiliate link that is there to place your order. Either way, it saves you 5%. And that's all one word, capital C, all caps, CrazySharp. Sorry, that was my one for the other one. I do have a membership down below that is tier-based. Everyone has access to my Gilded server, which is just like Discord. Baseline and premium tier members have access, are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server. And the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series that I host here on YouTube behind a paywall. And the final way is I do have a merchandise store over Ember Shirt Co. We can pick up my merchandise or other creators' merchandise at a 10% discount with the coupon code CrazySharp. This is the one that's all one word, capital C, capital S, all one word, CrazySharp, saves you 10%. The Coffee Brand Coffee one is all caps, all one word. It's the only way that one works. So guys, that's it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Keep it clean in the comments section. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.